we have second-seeded Minnesota-Duluth head coach Scott Sandelin, sophomore forwards Kyle Osterberg, Alex Iafallo. Coach, if you just start us off with an opening statement about tonight's game.
Well, first of all, congrats to David and BU. It's a great hockey game. It's unfortunate the way it ended. I'll leave it at that. But hats off to them. It was a lot of back and forth and zone time for both teams in certain situations. But what can you say? They made a play at the end, right at the end of the power play, and won a hockey game, and they're moving on, and we're not.
Thanks, Coach. We'll open it up for questions for the student athletes.
For Kyle or Alex, you guys both sophomores, there's a lot of talented youth on this UMD team. What do you guys take out of this weekend that you can apply to future seasons?
I mean, it's our first time coming to the tourney, so it was a pretty special experience. So being still young, I think we can take out the experience just doing it next year.
Our seniors had a great leadership throughout the whole year, so I'm proud of them, and I want to thank them for the whole season. They showed us all the ways to score and just play hockey, so it was fun being with them.
Alex or Kyle again, offensively, were you guys happy with the chances that you were able to generate out there, even though at times you got caught in your own end and really had to play some tight defense out there today?
Yeah, I thought we had a couple chances. We could have buried those, but we could have had a couple bounces. But that's how hockey is played there. So, BU had a good game there, so just got to respect them, and it's a tough one to swallow, but that's how it goes, I guess.
Josh Steven, College Hockey News. Alex, BU kind of controlled play in the third period after you guys had controlled much of the play in the first and second. Did anything change on the bench, or was it just BU came out and just threw everything at you?
I guess they kind of just threw everything at us, but we held our ground and thought it was going our way, but I mean, they just kept throwing pucks on the net, so we just had to keep playing the ball, and our D was keeping the pucks out, so it was going well pretty far.
More questions for the student athletes.
Josh Steven, College Hockey News again. Kyle, do you guys feel like you were kind of a victim of kind of two tough breaks there at the end, or?
I mean, it's things that we can't control. I mean, we did what we had to throughout the game by playing the way that we should have. Credit to BU that they took advantage of that opportunity.
Any final questions for the student athletes?
Alex, Dave Hendrickson, U.S. College Hockey Online. Does this game sting more because you were so close to making it to the Frozen Four, or compare this to if it had just been a blowout?
Well, yeah, of course it stings. I mean, it's not how you went in the season. I didn't expect that to happen.
Kyle or Alex, not the result you guys wanted, but was this the effort out there and the performance just this weekend as a whole that you guys were looking for going into this weekend to finish the season, or at least try and get to the Frozen Four?
Yes, definitely. I thought everybody played their hearts out. Credit to the seniors that they got us ready for each and every game, and I think you could really show on the ice that those 3-4 guys were the ones that really carried the team throughout the weekend.
Any final questions for the student athletes? All right, thank you guys. All right, we'll take questions for Coach Sandlin.
Chad Graff, St. Paul Pioneer Press. Coach, what did you make of the penalty that late in the game and for that kind of penalty?
Well, surprised, I guess, maybe a little bit, but again, there are things you can't control. You know, all we can control is trying to kill it, and we almost did, and they ended up making a great play and scoring the winning goal. I mean, you guys saw it. I don't know, you saw the game, but it's frustrating sometimes, but just trying to get our guys focused on trying to kill the penalty, and we almost did, and tried to keep it 2-2 and keep the game going and try and win it in regulation or get to overtime.
Josh Stephen, College Hockey News. You know, you guys controlled play for the first 2 periods or so. Was there anything different in you guys? Was that what you expected out of BU in the third period?
We talked about the same thing. I mean, obviously, they came out and had probably a little more jump. I mean, obviously, it's tough to generate anything when they were winning races and getting pucks to the net, which is what they do very well. And we had some long extended shifts that, you know, obviously, I think they only had 2 shots the one time they had the puck a lot, but sometimes you got to weather those. And they're a good hockey team with some good offensive players, and we knew that they were going to put pucks at the net all night, and they came pretty hard in the third. But again, at the end of the day, it was still 2-2, and they had some chances, and you know, we had a few, not as many as we did in the first couple periods, but it's just unfortunate it has to end on that, I guess, is my. For all the great chances they had, I just would have liked to see it just continue to let the kids play and decide the game.
Matt Wellens, Duluth News Tribune. Scott, Willie Raskop, the weekend that he had for you guys, was this kind of a culmination of just how much he's grown this season as an offensive defenseman out there?
Yeah, he was. You know, I mean, he went through some ups and downs this year, but the second half and certainly the latter part of the year, he, you know, really played well, and I think you saw, you know, a real strong weekend from him. You know, things that he can do, and he's still young. I mean, he's a sophomore, but was a true freshman, so it was nice to see. Obviously, next year he's going to be a key component back there. You know, like he was this year even, but you know, a year older, so. It was nice to see. He played well.
Kind of the same thing for Kaskisuo, freshman goaltender. His performance this weekend. How encouraging was it to see him come out here in the NCAA tournament and really shine?
I wouldn't say encouraging. I mean, I think he's played great all year. You know, he's had a tremendous year for a freshman. I mean, he's been a backbone for us, and made timely saves, key saves at a lot of moments during the year, and you need great goaltending to win games, and sometimes they got to steal games for you, and you know, today was no different. He just was solid, and you know, it was nice to see him grow as the year went on, but you know, for me, it was just, you know, again, another game that he played well in.
Dave Hendrickson, U.S. College Hockey Online. This is one of the few games all year that Eichel was held off the scoreboard. Can you comment on the success of your defensive play this game?
Well, you know, again, I mean, you can sit and focus on him. I mean, you have to pay attention on any team to the best players, and you know, he's certainly a great hockey player that is a threat. You know, every time he's out there, and our guys did a good job. But you know, again, like every team, there's other players, and I think that's no different probably throughout the year. His line mates are good. They've got other lines. I thought their fourth line had some good shifts for them. You know, some good energy shifts and some good looks. And you know, it happens sometimes where they don't get points, but they're still a factor in the game. And you know, he's certainly one of those players. I mean, most of the times those guys might seem like they're not getting their points, but they're doing a lot of other things. And but at the end of it, they somehow find a way to make that play, you know. And today, obviously, maybe he didn't factor in on the points, but he's a pretty special player.
Scott, what do you hope the younger players on this team get out of this weekend, freshmen and sophomores?
Well, again, when you start the year, you have goals for your team. Obviously you have your regular season, you have your regular season championship, you have your tournament championship, and then the ultimate is to be one of the teams playing at this time of the year. And, we fell one step short of step 3, which was to getting to the Frozen Four. So, but you can talk about all the experiences. Like, they have to go and live those. For our seniors, this is their second time. Unfortunately, it had to end this way, just like it did when they were freshmen. But hopefully our young guys can get some experience knowing how hard it is to get to this point, how hard it is to continue past this point, because, in one-game shots, they're difficult. They're difficult. You can't control bounces. You can't control those types of things. But I think any of these experiences are good for all your players, especially your young guys. And hopefully they come back extremely motivated, and to get back here and try and go farther. The ultimate goal is to win a national championship. And, we had a chance, but we just fell a little short. So they should take some good experience from it.
Any other questions for Coach Sandelin? All right. Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.